Today I want to discuss the fact that I don't feel like I relate to that many people anymore. I think going the unbeaten path becomes a lonely road incredibly fast. And as we're on the topic of pain and grief that we have been on lately in the last few episodes, I think it's important to note that I'm pretty atypical. I'm very charismatic. I'm very good at talking to people. I don't have any problem striking up conversations with people at all. But I'm kind of met with a roadblock often, not only due to the losses I've suffered in life that I've had difficulties letting go of, but also because I see people for who they are very quickly. I'm very good at seeing the patterns that make up a person, and to be quite frank, I'm kind of cynical too. And that is something I wish to get rid of. I always lead with kindness, but the amount of times I've seen someone abuse that kindness and try and fuck me over has honestly been an unreal amount of times. Like, it's been so many times. I feel like I relate most to the people that have been broken down by life. And at my age, I'm 25 at this point and I'm in uni. A lot of people just haven't had that experience yet of rock bottom and then seeing it through and coming out the other side. So it's like, unintentionally, my life has led me down a road where I just can't be friends with that many people because I seek out a sort of deepness to the conversations I can have with people. And I don't feel like the circumstances have given me people that are necessarily on the same path, which is a good thing. Honestly, I don't wish anyone to have gone through what I've gone through. Never in a day of my life would I wish that on anybody, but just meeting people where they're at and not being met where I'm at is sort of painful. And to be quite frank, I feel like I've learned to embrace my vulnerabilities in a very good way. I've learned to not see them as weaknesses necessarily, but embracing them has definitely allowed me to do certain things that I wouldn't be able to do otherwise. And to make my point when it comes to that, when you embrace the vulnerabilities you have and the vulnerability that is deep within you, you also kind of discover a certain resilience, not only when it comes to your day-to-day life, but whenever something difficult comes up. And then you kind of gain this confidence that is a result of that. So in ways, I'm a very confident person, despite how much turmoil my mind is, how much my mind would have me believe otherwise. But I hope you can relate to that wishing more deep conversation part. I know there's a time and place for that, and there's a time and place for surface level conversations. I just wish the world would be more honest, and it's really not. It isn't. Getting someone to talk about their pain is a gift I have. I don't think it was something I inherently had. I think it was the result of me alchemizing my own pain and me learning the lessons that the pain was trying to teach me. And I think people can sense that. I think that's why I have a safe presence, even though the world is inherently unsafe to people that are not necessarily in the best circumstances. But man, finding friends that I align with when it comes to that is incredibly difficult. I think my willingness to seek out friendships has kind of diminished as I've lost people. But it's also something I crave. I crave that deepness. I crave that connection with people that I don't get to have because of my own choices at times. Maybe you can relate to this, but I feel like I get discouraged a lot just due to people not being willing to be open as much as I am. I want to sit at 5 p.m. and discuss painful memories with people, while people mostly just want to not think about it. When you realize life is incredibly short, you want to make the most of it. You want to create the best bonds you possibly could. And most people don't know how to do that. They truly don't. And I see friendships where it's like the dynamics are completely off and people just stay in them Because saying no to certain aspects of a friendship means confrontation. And confrontation means that it will either show what the truth of the friendship is, and sometimes people just don't want to see that. Like, they really do not want to see it, because seeing it would mean having to figure out whether or not you want to stay friends with that person, and keeping your eyes closed to that person's actions is oftentimes way easier, let me put it that way. And when you're someone like me who doesn't take shit from people, like I really don't, if you want to be a shitty person, I allow you to be that, but I act accordingly. It's like you lose personality privileges depending on whether or not I deem you as a good person. It's a way for me to keep myself safe, and it's a way for me to not waste time on people that don't deserve my time. And in a world where being a good man, being a good person is becoming incredibly difficult, you can see where I'm headed. Like, the road I'm going down is lonely. It really is. That's the main problem I have. If I'm being completely honest, I have certain virtues. I have certain aspects that I think are non-negotiable in friendships that are becoming more rare, more difficult to find by the day. So a lot of the times I'm alone, and it's not me being avoidant at all. It's quite the opposite. I think I finally have a attachment style that I'm secure in, or secure attachment style, if you want to call it that, which at some point makes you incompatible with a lot of people. It's not my job to fix your attachment style. So whenever someone tries to make it so that it is my responsibility, I shut it out. I'm not supposed to heal your pain. You're supposed to learn that by yourself. And I guess I'm kind of sick of people trying to use me too. That's a different topic altogether. But I just don't relate to that many people anymore. My life lessons are incredibly harsh, but I'm trying to be more open-minded. I'm such a flippy-floppy person when it comes to seeking out people. Like, I really am. But yeah, it's the same in uni. God damn it, I don't relate to any of them. Like, I really don't. There's one person I can relate to. Or 1.5. Isn't that crazy? I just don't have time to wishy-washy, feel good, surface level conversations that lead to nowhere other than letting someone speak. I feel like people that talk too much are all over the place. We've become so individualized that it's always me. There's never a duality. And that's me being cynical. But thank you for listening to my rambly thoughts about not relating to people. Bye bye now.